in that he's been down in London a weekend and then up in Sheffield to train during the week. And you mentioned about his weight loss. I mean, which better trainer to do that than Domingo up here? You know, he gets his fighters into that superb condition.
He does. I think Dom, he's more than just a boxing coach to so many. Obviously, the strength side of things. I know that there's a great team down there, and Dom, they're like done a few sort of like cookbooks, you know, himself. But his fighters will live very, very clean. So perfect. But
starting it well, taking centre of the ring, cutting off already. Different angles as well, to be fair.
Yeah, he's establishing the jab, isn't he, Jake? He's gone to the body as well.
Different levels as well as keeping he's not he's thinking about it, so his opponent's not wary of what he's going to throw.
he has, and you can see South was switching there. The obviously he calls himself Pac-Man. You can see him with the fast southpaw feet, good body shots.
Yeah.
Good body shots, but it's like I say, I know this is that lightweight. It'll be interesting to see what, you know, where Jake's future, you know, what weight, because they're unbelievable. But I'm the first to say, you know, we're still carrying that little bit of weight.
Yeah, he looks like he could do featherweight, you'd suspect.
I think that could be the weight.
But it's good just to see him back in the ring.
It is. Looks sharp, started off sharp early.
He's got that switch hitting style the Ingle gyms are renowned for over the years.
Yeah, they are. Very confident as well with where he takes the centre.
It's a nice right hand over the top of the left of Scaife.
Nice body shots there.
I think Scaife's very good at what he does. He tucks up well, doesn't take too much clean. Good. Say big. He's big. Like I say, he has got big height advantage. But I think he's tucking up well here. Listen, Jake's finding the gaps, especially to the body at times. But he's not offering too much target for Jake.
I think if Jake does look for the knockout, he just needs to go and then go again. Double attacks.
Yeah, I think we know what Scaife is, don't we? As a boxer out on the road, he's boxed 4 times already in 2021. So he's been more active than a lot of the home fighters will be on the British boxing scene. He's yet to register a win in his 9 fights. But I think as per any journeyman, they've always got that danger about them. You know it, Anthony.
Of course. And in his corner there, it's worth noting, he's got Josh Whale. Josh Whale, the kind of fantastic fighter, and I think speaking to him out there, he's having his farewell fight in February. But Josh, fantastic fighter.
Brilliant career.
Heavily involved in it. He's putting on shows himself now. He's done a few shows at the Barnsley Metrodome. And he's, I think, great advice there in the corner. He's from a great sort of boxing mind.
Yeah. You cross paths with Josh over the years?
Do you know what? I remember speaking to Josh literally very early on in my pro career. Very, very strong he was for the weight.
Yeah.
And so he had success, and it was years later he had it. But
Nice body shot.
very capable fighter.
Ooh.
Looking for the right hand over the top there. Paige, you mentioned you'd like to see Jake go twice.
Yeah, he's hitting first normally, but then he's coming back out and he's like taking that extra step. Where if he keeps inside that 6-inch distance, then if he takes another angle, he can go again, just like that Ben. If he was to double attack, he'd be there in touching distance of the knockout, really.
He's a shorter man. Do you think he's wary of the fact he has to get inside of the jab of Scaife if Scaife starts throwing it more?
I think Scaife's not throwing too many shots, popping out the odd jab. He's covering up well. I think worth noting then, he landed a lovely southpaw right up to just, you know, earlier on in the round, but he's turning.
Scaife looks a bit discombobulated.
That was lovely.
Doesn't he?
That was lovely then.
Really nice. Yeah, he does, you know, with the movement.
Got lovely footwork.
He has. He's got lovely feet. As I mentioned
Perfect.
before,
Right over the top again.
it's a great bit of support here for Jake. You know, it's not exactly a short trip. It's not up the road. You know, a few have come down here. And it's got a good few tables here.
You can just tell he's enjoying what he's doing as well.
You can see he's happy to be back.
Yeah, definitely.
Scaife doesn't leave many gaps, does he? He's got a nice tight high
That's what
guard.
I'm saying.
It's quite tight.
He's not through a great amount, but he's nice and tucked up, and he'd give a lot of young fighters early on in the pro career, give him a decent workout. He's probably struggling a little bit with the angles.
Yeah.
Nice,
Well
lovely,
done.
lovely.
That Jake's doing, but he wanted a little bit more straightforward sort of. Joe, a ticket seller early on in the career, who's going to come forward, look into him out. I'm sure he'll let his hands go a little bit more and have a little bit more success.
Yeah, I think Scaife just knows that Jake's a bit too quick for him. A bit too outclassed, really.
I like what Jake did at the end there. He just threw the right hand jab and then followed up really quickly with the left hand through the middle rather than trying to vary it too much, just straight through the guard. And it seemed to knock Scaife's head back a little bit.
Yeah, sometimes just keeping it simple is better, really.
What advice would you be giving Jake, Anthony?
I think he's boxing really well. You know, you're getting great advice there from Dom. But I think he's had great success going to the body, and when he's spinning off, then to go again. I know Paige mentioned it. Then his opponent's looking to reset. Then that's when you'll catch him again down the middle. But no, I think it's a good opening 2 rounds.
Round 3.
Yeah, comfortably both Jake's rounds.
Oh yeah.
It's good to see his gym mates here for Jake as well. Bradley Skeet's been...
Especially Bradley Skeet, who's got a huge fight next week.
Yes.
Huge fight. I'm really
on BT Sport, hasn't he?
Yes. Of the box on the yard, on the Arthur Yard rematch.
Get them the right way round for your Manchester allegiances there.
Oh,
Yes.
see, he's
It's a good
targeting the
little
body
stab
a lot.
there. Yeah, good little stab downstairs there.
Oh,
I think that's more of a slip
Yeah.
than a punch, isn't it?
And I think what it is there with Paul's hesitant to throw. He's hesitant to throw because of the movement, I think. He doesn't want to get countered. He doesn't want to fall short and then get caught with just sharp shots.
Jake's fighting a lot. Lovely.
It's a lovely angle again there, isn't it? He's thrown the right hand lead uppercut to then spin off to the right.
Listen, it's early on in Jake's career, and it's good to just see him by boxing. But now, hopefully, in the new year, he's not home and dry yet, but have that bit of activity, get him down near his his natural weight, or the weight he should be fighting at. I'd be interested to see what happens, because I do like Jake. I like him a lot. I think he's got some lovely skills, and it's good to see him back out.
He's a really good combination puncher, isn't he? He'll throw 2 or 3 from the same angle, switch angle, but keep punching as he does it.
That's nice.
Yeah,
Rare to
perfect.
see.
That's really nice.
Beautiful. Like Lemachenko style, really.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of him again.
Yeah. You can see that he's just practicing each shot, so he's been working on in the gym as well. Perfect.
He's had nice success with the backhand at times. As he's moved to his right, he's dropped the backhand right down the middle.
And for Scaife, I think he, as I said at the beginning, we know what he's here for, and we know what he's about. But he's tough, he's durable. He's not looked in trouble at any point.
Not at all, no. He's looked as good as Jake's been. He's never looked like getting Paul out of there at any time. Scaife's, been comfortable with it, and I'm sure he'll be having a busy December.
Yes, plenty of cards to come up that he can keep himself busy with. But as much as it'd be nice to see him let his hands go a little bit, you also feel he's a little bit confused by what's going on at the time.
The angles. I think the angles are what really confusing him, and he's just thinking, you know what, I'm going to struggle for this, and I don't want to start walking onto too much punishment. Well, no, like I said, Paul Scaife, he'll give fighters with a lot, with lesser skill set than Jake, a lot more to think about.
It's good to see Pettitt up out of his seat early as well. Good 15 seconds before the end of the round. So he's got that fitness and stamina that you might have been concerned about beforehand.
It's just all about levels, really, and I think you can just tell that Jake's levels above him.
He is, yeah. I think, like I say, we're not seeing any signs of rust.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But again, that might come down to skill set levels. There will be much more demanding nights for Jake coming up. But all in all,
That was a lovely write-up then.
We're not over yet, but a good satisfying, 4 rounds back.
Boy.
Let's say about the levels as well. He was used recently by Kid Galahad as a sparring partner.
Jazza Dickens, which you can see the similarities.
Yeah. He looks like he's adapted well to that Ingle.
Ingle's way, yeah. Perfect.
Again, just steps to the right. It's good to see Scaife throw back there, the left hand. Just keep him honest.
See Scaife just trying to mess up his work now, come forward that little bit more.
Take him out of his rhythm a little bit.
Yeah, taking centre, like he's pushing Jake back, isn't he? But Jake's adapting well, moving across the ring, different angles.
He seems comfortable with his back on the ropes, doesn't he?
Good. Right out landed again. The right hook's been a lovely shot for him throughout the fight, really. Like you say, it's good to see now Scaife's been a little bit more ambitious, giving Jake, asking a few questions.
The crowd are getting more and more into it now.
Yeah, definitely. Lovely shots.
Good shot.
They go and go again.
Very good.
And he threw that left hand around the guard at the end of that round. What have you been impressed with Jake Page? What's the main highlights for you?
I got to admit, his footwork has been impressive. Like, you wouldn't expect someone that's had to lose 3 stone to be that quick and that sharp going across the ring. So it's impressed me, to be honest.
I think, like I say, I'm sure there was a few national titles involved with
in the amateur
Jake.
background.
Yes,
yeah.
I'm sure there was. Like I said, his dad, remember his dad well, his brother Lewis.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's from a fighting family, isn't he?
Fighter, yeah, very good fighter. I remember him being down in Spar Scott Quick a good few times in preparation for his, for these big fights. He was always good lad, very hard trainer.
Sent out, round 5.
Penultimate round now. Would you like to see Jake maybe go looking for a stoppage or just to see this through?
What I'd like to see is just to see a little bit more of what was tried at the end, where we see him, we've mentioned it, Paige mentioned it, is to go and then go again.
Yeah.
Just to I think keep the angles. For me, the stoppage isn't important here whatsoever, and I think it's unlikely he will get it. But what I do think now, just keep. I think obviously don't want to be taking punishment first and foremost, but can let his hands go a little bit more. That's good. That's nice.
Good.
And I think the fact that Scaife's taking a few more chances, the spaces will be there to land.
And is it, and I mean, from your experience, is it the fact that Pettitt has been so elusive and he's thrown from different angles that actually that makes a straight 1-2 more effective?
Yes.
Because Scaife is second guessing where it's going to come from.
Yes, looking to reset himself, get his feet there. Then Pettitt is gone, he's looking to go again. Getting a little bit physical there. But yeah, it's like he's looking to, because he's not really setting his feet much. It's like he's constantly moving angles with Scaife. He's struggling then. That's why he didn't throw too much early on, I believe.
Looking for the lead uppercut there, Pettitt.
Lovely.
Nice left
Yeah.
hand.
Yeah.
He's been very disciplined, hasn't he? Nothing too wild. Efficient use.
Good, that was nice then, like I say, just varying up the backhand. Down the middle, then bringing it around the side, good variation of the backhand. I think Scaife now is trying to make his size tell a bit. Obviously letting his hands go, but he's looking
Trying to rough him up,
bit
innit?
more, rough him up, yeah, a little more physical, which won't do any harm whatsoever. Good shot.
Beautiful.
Great shot to the body.
Nice,
That's
good right hand.
Perfect. He went again.
Well done.
See Scaife trying to push on in that round then.
And 6 rounds is hard work, isn't it, for these journeymen when you're constantly having to second guess where things are going to come from with somebody like Pettitt.
It is. Do you know what? I was only saying this in the gym today about a lad who's just turning over. You'll get a lot of these journeymen, and when they get a lad who comes in there and he's looking for the one shot to end it, these lads are very tough lads, and they normally got very good chins. They rub their hands, they think, oh, it's an easy night's work. When you've got someone who's looking to almost to to burst the lungs a bit, just give him constant looking to make him work, constant looking to make him work. That's a horrible night for him.
Yeah.
That's a horrible night for him. But I think Scaife's done well here. He's done well. Listen, he's lost every round. Jake's fought very well throughout. But I think Scaife's done well. He's grew into the fight, having more and more success. I mean, he's taking more chances now. He's giving Jake a little bit more to think about.
I think Scaife has done well, as you say. He's posed a few questions.
Spin off for the right hook's been lovely at times from Jake Pettitt.
I'd like to see him maybe start to circle left as well as right, because it seems every time he's circled off of him, it's been to the right-hand side.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a bit predictable.
Like, see him drive that left hand home, but he's shown good variation with it, then rolling out underneath. Scaife's backhand, that's nice movement again.
Yeah.
As you say, he's been at the ring for a few years, bloomed up. It's all learning. But I think he's doing pretty well here.
Yeah, and it's almost a reset, isn't it, for
Yeah,
Jake?
definitely.
He's moved up
like
from
a pro
London.
debut again.
Yeah, 2 years out of the ring. Lost all that weight, as you've referenced. But he's got the advantage of already having had 6 pro fights as a mental experience.
Experience is key in the pro game. I know you said that he had a good amateur background, but so I feel like it's 2 completely different sports in that sense.
I think certainly back then as well, I always say, there was very different games. Like, you only have to look at major championships, Olympic championships, when it was 4-2s, and then it moved to 3-3s. It
that
almost
transition
went from a game, a game of fencing to, 3 minutes and short pro fight, yeah. Computer scoring was around as well. And
he's done really well there, Jake. He's kept up that energy and that rhythm through to the end of this final round.
Good, taking his head off the line once his through shots, not staying there to the counters of Scaife. That was good again.
He circled to the right that time as well. That's nice.
Good.
Lovely.
Good shot.
He's just enjoying himself now, isn't he?
He's been very cute throughout.
Oi, beautiful.
Good. Very well done. Very well done.
Very good performance.
Well done to Scaife as well. He posed a few questions. He tried to use his size at times.
For sure.
I think
perfect comeback fight for Jake, that was.
Yeah, I think Jake will get a lot out of that. Would you give every round, Paige?
Easily. I think, like I said, levels earlier, he just outboxed him really. While he was learning on in the gym, it was just shown. His footwork's brilliant.
I think the crowd here have made themselves quite clear who they think has won it. We're going to hand over now to Verity Panther back in the ring, who's going to give us the referee's official scores.
After 6 rounds of fighting, your referee, John Leatham, scores about 60-54 in favour of the red corner, Jake Pettitt.